morning. Welcome. My name is Sally Myers, and I am the founder of the Paris and Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce Student of the Month program, and I am delighted to welcome all of you here today. It's going to be a great morning of meeting these outstanding students and hearing from them as well and being truly inspired. I'd like to ask you all to please stand, and Joe Strange with Student Venture and has been our prayer partner since we began in 1998 is going to lead us in prayer, and our council member Greg August from the City of Menifee will also come forward and lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. So thank you, Joe.
Good morning, let's pray. Father, we thank you so much for another day of life. God, for bringing us all here and giving us this opportunity. Lord, I just want to pray a special blessing over the students here that are going to be honored today. And that, God, you would continue to protect them, hold them close to you, God, and guide them. And Father, bring them into a relationship with you, a relationship that they can experience your everlasting and enduring love. And Lord, also want to pray for their parents, for the leaders from our school districts and elected officials, God, and all the people in here, Lord, that you continue to bless us as we just move forward in this community, and bless this community and let it be a light in this world. And we ask that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please place your hand over your heart and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. I can't think of a better way to start my morning than with prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance and being around all these wonderful students. So our program was founded in Paris and Menifee in 1998. That was 19 years ago. Can you believe it? We are still strong, and we are one of the most respected student recognition programs here in the area, and it's because of our students. It's because of our amazing sponsors that come back year after year, and obviously our schools and all of the administrators and our leaders. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, because we would not be going year after year and have this much loyalty if it wasn't for all of you in this room and how you want to love on kids. So we really thank you for that. The mission of our program and the history is really important for you all to know, and in particular the mission for all of our families, because you may say, well, how was it that my son or daughter was selected to be here? Well, our program actually began 25 years ago, so we're celebrating 25 years. We began in Temecula in that 1992-93 school year. We moved up to Murrieta and started a program there, moved over to Lake Elsinore, and then here in Paris Menifee. So we actually have 4 programs like this, and I have the opportunity to attend when I'm in town 4 of these a month. And you can imagine meeting all of these wonderful students, and not one story is the same. And that's what really gets our heart, is that every story is valuable and every story is passionate and important. And so our mission statement, which we founded 25 years ago, is the same today as it was then. And it really is quite powerful. And for all of you families and students, it's important to know that we are a local high school recognition program, and we are honoring outstanding college-bound high school seniors for their character, for their love of learning, for how you all juggle numerous activities between campus activities, athletics, community service, or how many of you have persevered through challenging life circumstances. And it's all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and because I own the Sizzler, I can say this, I enjoy free enterprise. So that is exciting, and I really don't know where you can go and get all of that under one roof, but we do it at Student of the Month. And sometimes I think if the rest of America would jump on board, there'd be a lot more peace around. Don't you think so sometimes? I do. And so, but we do that in Paris and we do that in Menifee, and we get to celebrate families, and we just want to love on you, and we want you to just feel that you are very special and that you are important, and that is important to us. So our program is actually titled the Paris and the Menifee Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program. And so we're going to invite our representatives forward so that they can just congratulate you as well. So we're going to call forward Timothy Dalton, the Executive Director of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and Cynthia Espinoza, who is also the Executive Director of the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce. So if y'all want to come forward and say a few words to the students, that'd be awesome. Thank you. And here's your certificate that you get to show off.
Oh, please. Well, let's see these.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, this is a very exciting morning, and the reason why is because it's you that worked very hard to achieve this special day. And when you go off into college, then we're hoping that you see an opportunity to come back, and the reason why we're the Chamber of Commerce is so that you could start a new business in our communities, because it's very important for you to come back and give back to your community. So have a great journey, have fun, get lots of sleep because you're going to need it.
Oh, good morning. You know, on behalf of the Menifee Valley Chamber, I want to congratulate everyone here this morning. I want to wish these students best of luck. I know the end of the month, they're going to be a very tough competition for what I've been down here about 3 months. I've seen two other students that are students of the month. So I know it's going to be a very tough, but I want to wish you luck for your upcoming panels. For Student of the Year. It's really, you know, the chambers are about business, they're about volunteerism. You know, one of the things that really stands out about this is that, you know, when I went to Washington State University, and part of the process getting in was they looked at what you did through your communities and through your, you know, academic achievements. And you know what? When you have things like this on your academics or your applications for when you're applying, really helps out with the scholarship, especially with the cost of college these days. But you know what? I really want to wish everybody the best of luck in the upcoming month, and congratulations for today.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to introduce all the students and families to you now, so when I call your name, if you would please stand. We have a little program, so I'll get to follow along with this. So from Paloma Valley High School, our principal is Dawn Williamson, and Dawn's Student of the Month from Paloma Valley High School is Sampong Bung. So Sampong, if you want to stand up, and your family and your mentor teacher, so really everybody at the table should be standing, so let's give y'all a big round of applause. Thank you. From Paris Lake High School, our principal, Dean Hauser, and his student is Jocelyn Suzette Hernandez. So Miss Jocelyn, if you want to stand, and your family and mentor teacher and sister and grandma. Yes. And I love grandmas. I'm a grandma too. So thank you all very much. Congratulations to you. From Heritage High School, our assistant principal, Lynn, is it Minas? Am I saying that right? Oh, wonderful. And our student is Kirsten Nicole Sampaco Roque. So if you want to stand with your family and mentor teacher, mom and dad. And I always love those smiles from mom and dad. From Paris High School, our assistant principal is Jasper Lucas. And our student is Vernice Evelyn Rios, and your family and mentor teacher and sister and dad and everyone there. All right, congratulations to you. So congratulations, we're so excited. I also want to introduce our volunteers and give them a great big thank you, because without our volunteers we would not have our program. And so I'd like to thank our chairs. They are Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico from the Paris Union School District. And so if y'all want to stand up so everybody can see you. Thank you so much. And our accountant is Kim Garcia. She is not here this morning, but I really appreciate Kim. And I want to say thank you to Grant Bennett, our superintendent. Grant, if you want to stand, please, because Grant is outstanding. He has come in and emceed many times when I have been unable to be here because I travel for work. My husband and I own and operate Sizzler restaurants, and we've been opening up a Sizzler in Northern California that has taken a lot of my time. So you have been here when I've called at the last minute. I have to be on the road, and so you are always here. Thank you so much for being so faithful to the program. And I know that through the City of Paris and our former mayor, Darrell Bush, and of course with Judy Hani, you all have been fabulous about helping bring in new sponsors, and we just want to thank you for your continued support in that area, as well as the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce has been very helpful in that as well. So when you open your programs, you're going to notice that we have a lot of sponsors that participate in our program. We have meal sponsors, we have gift sponsors, we have scholarship sponsors, which are listed on the back, and of course all of our fabulous dignitaries. So I'm going to introduce those sponsors that I know are here today. And if you would please stand, we want to make sure we honor and acknowledge you. From Altura Credit Union is Karina, is it Kolitsa? Here is there. So say your last name for me. Kokoletsi. I was really off. Okay, so I'm glad that I asked you. So Karina, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And Rachel Jacobs from Azusa Pacific University, and she sponsors us in Temecula and Murrieta, and this year in Paris Menifee. So thank you, Miss Rachel. We appreciate you. And from the City of Menifee, our council member Greg August. So thank you, Mr. Greg. We appreciate your support as well as a breakfast sponsor. And from the City of Paris, Judy Hani. Thank you very much. Raise your hand high. Thank you. And our county supervisor, Marion Ashley. Is Amber Smalley here this morning? Anyone from? There you are. Okay, you're behind the beautiful vase. How are you this morning? Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. And from CR&R, Ignacio Valdivia. Thank you, Mr. Ignacio. Appreciate you. And from International Autocrafters, is Annie here? Has she popped in yet? There you are, Miss Annie. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you. And Mount San Jacinto College, we have Terry Russell. So Terry, thank you for coming. And you participate in all of our programs in Lake Elsinore, Temecula, Murrieta, Paris Menifee, as well as Hemmett's program. And I think you probably do Banning and Beaumont's too. So you're all over our program. So thank you so much. And you've brought with you two wonderful ladies to our program today, Gail Jensen. So Gail, if you want to stand, you work in their business office, and Lisa Alvia, you're one of their counselors, and I think you also work for one of the schools in the Paris High School. So thank you, ladies, for being here. We appreciate it. And I know that Paradise Chevrolet is not here today, but I just want to thank them because they are new with us this year. They support us in Temecula and Murrieta, but they really wanted to get involved in Paris. So I just want to say thank you to Terry Gilmore for joining us this year. Paris Union High School District, Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico. So thank you, ladies. And we have Nick Newkirk. Where's Mr. Nick? In the back over here. And Sonia, is it Rezkahala? Am I saying that sort of right? Sort of. And we appreciate you. And of course, our superintendent, Grant Bennett. So thank you very much. Appreciate them. And I always like to give a plug for our Riverside County Office of Education. Our new superintendent for the county is Dr. Judy White, and she was formerly the superintendent in Moreno Valley and moved over to the county, and we really appreciate her support. With the Rotary Club of Paris, Mike Brins. Where is Mr. Mike? There you are. How are you? Good president-elect, in fact. He's going to be running the show this next year. And from Sizzler, yours truly, and Star Milling, we have Missy Morrison with us, Miss Missy, and Heather McKinnon. So thank you, Heather, ladies. Thank you for coming. Be sure to tell Mr. Bill I said hello. We really appreciate him as well and his contribution to our program over the years. Now, I know that, Timothy, you were talking a little bit about the scholarship. And so our program does include a scholarship, and it is a very generous scholarship. As of today, we believe it is around $2,520 per student. And so what that means is that all of our students of the month for the year receive an application. I think, Sarah, that's already gone out. Is that right? So all of you should have your application. Can I see a head nod that you all have your applications? Okay, good, good. And you have just a few weeks to complete it. It is a competitive application, which means that you will be competing from students from your own school site, okay? And then we will have a dinner in May, and it will be at the Lake Elsinore Storm. And once the applications are submitted and the district and their judges complete them, you will be contacted, actually the principals will, to contact those students that are now going to be honored as Student of the Year. So we are going to shower you with more gifts, and we're going to have a special program just for you, and you'll get a chance to give sort of a summary of your story as well. And we have many sponsors that participate in that contribute those scholarship dollars, and they come all year long, hear all your stories, and then they get to actually give you a handshake of congratulations that night. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I want to introduce those sponsors that are here, and all of our sponsors are listed on the back. And so those that are here this morning, we have International Auto Crafters with Annie in the back, so thank you, Annie, for that. And of course, you know John and Linda Denver from the City of Menifee participate as a sponsor. We have Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, so thank you, Mr. Timothy. I know you have several businesses that pool money together so that they can participate in the scholarship, as well as Mount San Jacinto College. So thank you, Terry and ladies, for your participation in our scholarship program. And I must say, between Temecula, Murrieta, Lake Elsinore, and Paris Menifee, we write a lot of checks out to Mount San Jacinto, those kids that are going there first, you know, getting a lot of those special classes out of the way, or just trying to figure out what they want to do, but they want to be in that very professional college, collegiate environment, and so it's a great place to be. And of course, Paradise Chevrolet. And our scholarship program, our first donation actually came from Paris Plaza and the Cordures Family Limited Partnership, and they continue with us, as well as PUMA, which is the Paris Union Management Association under the direction of Nick Newkirk. So Nick, thank you very much, and they're extraordinarily generous to our program, as well as the Rotary Club of Menifee. And our former council member Scott Mann of Menifee is also a participant and donates scholarship dollars to us, as well as Star Milling. So to Heather and Missy, thank you very much again for your contribution. And so we appreciate all of our scholarship donors. And the Student of the Year will receive some special gifts. We have a engraved ink pen that comes from Mark Yarborough of Swedish Speed and Champion Towing. Costco gives us a great beach towel, which I went and picked those up yesterday, and they're really nice. So I've got them all in my trunk. And of course, CR&R gives a special gift. It is an engraved mug, which is really exciting to take off to college, and it's great for hot chocolate and coffee, and that's about it, and maybe a latte. And so we just appreciate all of our Student of the Year sponsors. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd now like to introduce our dignitaries, and this is a fun time because they come faithfully to our program, and they get just about 30 seconds or so to share some words of wisdom with you, and they really enjoy being here. So they're going to speak in this order this morning, so when you can, just come over here and you can line up and then share with the students. And from the City of Paris, Miss Judy Hani. From the City of Menifee, our council member Greg August. And from Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, our Caitlin Blackmere. From Assemblyman Jose Medina's office, Cesar Gomez. Senator Mike Morell's office, Heather Perry. From our U.S. Congressman, Mark Takano, Desiree Rotten. County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, Amber Smalley. And to conclude remarks on behalf of the Riverside County Office of Education and the Paris Union High School District will be Grant Bennett, our superintendent. Thank you.
Yep. Good morning. On behalf of the mayor and the city council and the entire city of Paris, we want to wish you our sincerest congratulations on your accomplishments to you and your families. And we also want to present you with this certificate that is signed by the mayor and the city clerk. And we want to wish you best wishes on your future endeavors and good luck on your future journeys. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I am Councilman Greg August from the City of Menifee, and I'm very happy to be here this morning to support this wonderful program that Sally has brought to the community for many years to celebrate and recognize outstanding and inspirational achievement by our young students from throughout the area. From everyone at the City of Menifee, want to congratulate Kirsten, Jocelyn, Vernice, and Sampan for being selected Student of the Month. Wishing all of you continued success with your education and life's chosen vocation. We also want to recognize and thank the family, the friends, and the teachers, the counselors, and the coaches that are here this morning for their commitment, sacrifice, and time and effort put forth to make this a very special day for our aspiring students. So, for all of you students here this morning, go out, enjoy yourself at college, learn a lot. Please come back to our communities and make it a great experience for all of us. Thank you very much. For all the students this morning, the city would like to present all of you a certificate of achievement. So that'll be waiting for you after the ceremony. Thanks again.
Good morning. My name is Caitlin Blackmore, and I am here on behalf of Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez. And we just want to congratulate each of you students on the hard work and the perseverance that you've put in every day to achieve this award. And we want to just please ask that you don't stop doing what you did that got you here and that got you this award. We hope that you have a lot of success and achievements in the future. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Cesar Gomez. I'm here on behalf of the Office of California State Assembly Member Jose Medina. And on behalf of the Assembly Member, it is my pleasure to congratulate all the students here being recognized. We wish you the best for future success. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Heather Perry. I'm here on behalf of Senator Morrell and actually Senator Roth. I have his certificate as well. So on behalf of the senators, congratulations to all of you. You've worked so hard and it has paid off. Good luck on your application for Student of the Year, and congratulations to the parents and the teachers who have supported and nurtured and encouraged all of these wonderful students. Congratulations again and good luck in your future endeavors.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Desiree Roten. I'm with the Office of Congressman Mark Takano. I'd like to congratulate each of this month's Student of the Month recipients. May you continue to excel in all of your academic goals, and good luck to you for the rest of the school year. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Riverside County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, we would like to congratulate you all for receiving the Student of the Month award. We know that it's coming to the end of the year, so we encourage you to finish this year strong and wish you the best of success. Thank you.
Well, good morning. I'm Grant Bennett, the superintendent for the Paris High School District, and I'm here representing our county superintendent, which is Dr. Judy White, and she has a certificate for you also and wants to pass on her congratulations for a job well done and continue the great things you've been doing. So that's part one. Now I'm going to turn around and do the second part. Now I'm the superintendent for the school district. You know, we're very proud of the students that we have in our district, and to see we have 4 here today that are great examples of what's happening within the Paris Union High School District. And we have many students doing great things, but you're the cream of the crop right now, and you should be very proud of yourself. And You should thank your parents for all the support they've given you over the years to get to where you are today. One of the cool things you're going to get to do that you don't get to do very often is, you know, all those the bags with all the gifts in it and all the dignitaries that came. You're going to get to write out thank you notes. Now this is a written assignment. This isn't a computer. This is no using the Chromebook. This is actual written out, and you're going to fill them out to each of them, and you're going, how am I going to remember who all those people are that donated? Well, it just so happens we have a list with their names and addresses on there, then so you're going to be able to address those. And one of the things, we're not expecting you to mail out, spend on stamps for 50 envelopes. You take them after you fill them out, give them to your school principal, and they'll mail them out for you at the district cost, so it's not going to cost the family anything. But on behalf of the Paris Union High School District and the Board of Trustees, I want to say congratulations and thank you. You have 2 months left. Let's keep it going, finish strong, and finish out your high school career in the right manner. Thank you.
And we really do consider it an honor and a privilege and a pleasure, we should, to write these thank you notes, because we love, as sponsors, receiving these and just hearing how you thank the sponsors and you share your appreciation, and that means a lot to us. And if you can learn to write thank you notes now, trust me, it will help you with finding your first job, because typically what happens is that when you go apply for a job, the best thing you can do is go out to the car, do a handwritten thank you note, and walk it back in and hand it to that person you just interviewed with. And I guarantee you that is going to be a memory maker, and that's going to set you apart from all the other people that applied for a job that just went back out to their car and left. So just think about those kinds of things. So we're teaching you good life skills here at Student of the Month. So that is exciting. So the gifts, we talked about the gifts, and you can see there's all kinds of fun things, and there's a table full of them out there that Lori and Sarah have put together. But so many of our sponsors want you to leave today with just some fun things to be able to do. And so the City of Menifee has a special bag, and it's got a water bottle, a key ring, a pin, a lanyard, a petameter, the bag, the mug. And so Greg, want to thank you for the City of Menifee, all that you do, as well as the City of Paris. Miss Judy, thank you for the backpack. You get an apron, a pen, a city pen, a notepad, a calculator, a healthy activity book. I mean, that is awesome. And your thank you notes come from Creative Printing, so that's Jerry Mullins. So we always appreciate his contribution of that. And International Autocrafters, Annie, they put together like a little swag bag with some fun things in it, and usually something that has been engraved with your name on it, so that is fun. And you have some awards from Menifee Valley Awards and New Life Fellowship. Pastor Ted Norton provides a Bible for you. You get to go eat at New York Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt. The Chamber of Commerce in Paris gives you a $50 gift check. Reflections Christian Fellowship, Pastor Don Meinberg gives you a special Bible promise book. So you're going to have all the great positive books to read. And then your school probably has something special for you. And I know Sizzler is going to ask you to come back. Our friends at Corner Bakery has some special gift certificates for you. And you get to go out to In-N-Out Burger, Giovanni's Pizza and Pasta, and all kinds of fun places. My parents own Richie's Real American Diner. You get to go have a meal with them. And Texas Roadhouse, a company that we partner with, wants you to enjoy a meal with them. So you are going to have to probably go do a little jogging around the block when this is all over with. But I think it'll be worth it. So with that, let's give all of our gift sponsors a great round of applause. Now we're here for what y'all have been waiting for, and that is to meet our students and hear their stories. And we're going to go in the order of our program. So we're going to begin first with Paloma Valley High School, and we will conclude with Paris High School. And there's just a little, the way that we do this is quite fun. So each school will have their turn, and it's divided up into about 5 to 6 minutes per student. And when you come forward, we'll have the principal come forward. They'll stand right here with the mentor teacher on this side. the student real close. You're all going to be almost like shoulder to shoulder, okay? And then the family right alongside here, and we stay close together because all of our videographers from Paloma Valley High School will be filming it, and it will be aired on Time Warner Cable Television through the generosity of the City of Paris. And so you want to make sure you stand real close together. And if they're not, Dean, you're going to be the designated person to pull them all together, because you're up front. And I can see you like to travel, so you can just travel and get them to move closer together, right? Okay, so the principal has about a minute, and then the student, you have about 2.5 minutes. And in that time, students, you're going to introduce your family and your guests, introduce your mentor teacher, share a little bit about your college and career goals, and share about your current life on campus. Then we want you all to answer one or more of the following questions, and they are: what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question, share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome. And so when you start that part, you want to say an obstacle that I've overcome is, or the biggest life lesson I've learned is, because if we don't think you've answered it, we're going to make sure they do, right, Dean? Yes. You didn't know the job you get when you sit up front. And then after that, your teacher will share some significant information and sort of the little heart story about you and what sets you apart. And then the final speaker will be one of the family members will share. And so with that, we will begin with Paloma Valley High School. So let's call forward Don Williamson with some Pon Bun and your family. Let's all come forward. And we can give them a round of applause too. And I'll keep this up here so that y'all know who to invite up next.
Okay. You ready for Mom? Yeah. And you okay?
And the microphone does move up and down, so there's no excuse. We should be able to hear everybody. And let's have you, Simpong, scoot right. I'm going to have you two trade spots.
Yeah. Mom, you go over there.
Oh, okay.
And Sampan right next to me.
Okay. Are we good, Randy? I think that's how it is. Okay,
All right.
outstanding. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. And again, thank you for coming to this great event. And thank you to all the sponsors and Sally and the district for putting this on. It's always such a meaningful event for students and their families. This month, I'm not sure if I should be wearing sunglasses up here because I think I'm in the presence of a star, and she is really dazzling. Sampan probably had more teachers endorse her for this award this month than I think I've had in the 4 years of being principal at Paloma. And that is saying something. She is really an amazing student. Sampan has had some very difficult educational challenges to overcome. But she does it with a smile on her face and a cheerful heart. And some of the things that the teachers said about her is just amazing, because she's been involved in Friday Night Live, which is an organization to give students positive alternatives to drugs and alcohol, and leadership skills gives them that also. She's been involved in that, and she's been a leader in that. They said she's got a strong positive attitude and participates in all the events with that. She's quick to make sure that everybody feels welcome, and that she goes out of her way to make sure that they're taken care of at the meetings. She's a strong and passionate leader. And these are all comments from the teachers, that she is she's part of Link Crew, which is our group of students who work with our freshmen and link up with them to make them have a positive experience at the school. And they said she really deserves this prestigious honor. She's always doing her homework. Now, most high school students will say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to turn that in. Not Sampan. She always gets it done. You know, I really think I need to get her a shirt that says, no excuses, because that is Sampan. She makes no excuses. She does everything that it takes to get the job done. And, you know, the other thing, her work ethic is incredible. Not only does she do that, not only does she add to the campus with her character and her cheerfulness, but she adds to her family as well. And this is the kind of student that we all want. This is the kind of daughter we all would like to have. And I'm truly thankful that she's a Wildcat. So I just want to say congratulations to Sampan.
Go
ahead, Sampan.
You get to talk next.
Hi. My dad couldn't be here because he's working, but I brought my mom here. What Mr. Williams said is true, and yes, I am doing my work. And I love being at Paloma and doing my work and getting it all done. And my teacher, Ms. Brown. I love all my teachers at my school. Yeah. Thank you.
Did you want to say what you want to do after high school? Do you want to work at the teacher's aide?
After high school, I want to find a job and go to MSJC.
And did you want to be a teacher's aide?
And also be a teacher's aide.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amelia Brown, and I am the person who nominated Sampan. And Sampan is one of those people that just brings joy to every person who meets her. And I feel like she has probably inspired me more than I have inspired her. I became a teacher for the reading and English. I mean, I'm hoping I'm not going to cry, but I probably will. I became a teacher for reading and English last year at Paloma. And I remember when I got my class list, some of the other teachers who saw her name on it said, "Oh, you're just going to love Sampan. Sampan's an awesome student." And they were 110% correct. She is one of those people that just brings joy to every person that she meets. She helps me so much in the classroom that I honestly don't know what I'm going to do without her next year. I often joke around with her and tell her that I'm going to intentionally fail her so that she has to stay with me another year, because she inspires all the other kids in our class to do their best, and she's so willing to help any of them. If I have a student who's struggling, I always put them next to Sampan, because I know that she will help them with whatever they need, and she will be patient and kind. And I certainly hope she does become a teacher's aide someday, because she is the perfect candidate for that job. She's helpful and sweet, and she has a positive attitude about everything. And she reminds me that anyone can do anything they set their mind to, as long as they have a positive attitude about it. And I'm sorry, I'm one of those very sensitive people, but I'm just so happy and honored that she made it here today. Thank you.
Normally we'd have Sampan's parent speak, but unfortunately she just had some recent health issues and she's going to be unable to speak. But on her mom's behalf, I just want to let you know how proud her parents are, and they are so thankful for you guys doing this and putting this on for Sampan. So again, thank you, Sampan. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce the prestigious principal from Paris Lake, Mr. Dean Hauser.
Thank you, Don. come on in, get tight, folks. Get over here. You got to get really close, folks, or Sally's going to stare me down. Where are you? There you are. Okay. All right. Jocelyn Suzette Hernandez is the Student of the Month for Paris Lake High School. We have a theme at our place based on a book that was called A Rose That Grew in the Concrete. And at our place, every once in a while, we have somebody who fully blooms. And just a story about this young lady. She's been with us for a couple of years. She came as a junior. I don't think, I probably said hi to her 100 times. I don't think she said hi once. I did not hear a word for 12 months. And the fact that she's up here and is going to speak to you gives you an idea of how far this young lady has gone. And the reason why is simply because I think she found a place that she feels comfortable with, feels safe at, and decided to get involved with our ASB program. And from there, it just kind of flew. So it's always nice to have an example of somebody who took the theme that we have and became a great example of it. So here's the Blooming Rose from Paris Lake High School, and this is Jocelyn Suzette Hernandez.
Good morning. I'd like to thank everyone for coming today, especially the sponsors for putting this remarkable event. My name is Jocelyn Hernandez. Right beside me, I have my guest teacher, Miss Martha Puente, as well as my mother, Karina, my grandmother, Irene, and my aunt, Crystal. Before attending Paris Lake, I wasn't a motivated student. I was always shy and never asked teachers for help. I would only speak in class when teachers had students participate. I wasn't a confident student. Since being at Paris Lake, I signed up for ASB, and it had helped me from being more of a responsible person. Also, my communication skills have improved ever since I entered this specific program. Paris Lake has changed me. The teachers here are different from all the other schools that I have attended. They have always been supportive with everything. When we have problems from other than our schoolwork, they try their best to help and give great advice. Whenever we get stuck on a problem, they try to help us understand and don't judge us. I plan on attending junior college and then transfer to a university. I want to be a dual major. I want to study English and become an emergency room registered nurse. With these degrees, I would want to travel the world to help people. I want to help with medical needs and also with learning the English language. I would like to thank the very strong women in my life, my mom, my grandma, my aunt. I would also like to thank the amazing people at Paris Lake, Mr. Hauser, Mr. Barbeau, Miss Nancy, Miss Julie, Miss Yolanda, Miss Holstrom, and the teachers. I would also like to thank Paris Union High School District for having a school like the Lake. We are always successful for where I can be successful. And last but not least, I would like to thank the sponsors for sponsoring this event for all of us. I am proud to be a Falcon. I will have my guest teacher, Ms. Puente, speak.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today and celebrating all these students who have worked very hard to be here. Jocelyn came to us with a bit of disappointment. She was a little disappointed on her performance before she came to us. However, when she did come to our school, she saw it as a second opportunity. She took the second opportunity and she ran. Granted, when I first met her, she was the type of person that you looked at her, you made eye contact, and she always put her head down with a little smirk. She was just extremely shy, but such a sweet, wonderful, genuine person. She decided to join ASB, and with that, she just blossomed. She not only saw and believed within herself, but she decided that she had a gift within her. She was helpful, she's loving, she's forgiving. She sees people for who they are in a positive sense, a positive way, and she tries to inspire them the way people have inspired her. She is a type of person who not only will leave you with a memory, but also help you look within yourself to find the positive with everyone around you. And Jocelyn has just blossomed. She is just such an inspirational person at this time that she takes a look around our campus. She can tell when we've got a new student. She can see, you know, do they have friends? Should I go talk to them? Should I welcome them? And she's just genuine. She's got a heart of gold, and I know she will be very successful. And it's times where we have students like these who inspire us, who keep us going and give us not only knowledge that we need, but also something that's heartfelt, something that you need to learn and gain from these students. So with that, I'd like to congratulate Jocelyn, and I know that she will be very successful in everything that she does. She's a genuine person. She's got a lot of love, a lot of understanding, and she looks for the positive from within. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. I'm Jocelyn's mom. I just want to thank her for being her, and I'm really proud of her, really, because she is really shy, and she surprised me today, and I'm really shy because she gets it from me, but I guess she's now overpassed this, and I want to thank everybody for doing this for her, and I just want her to succeed in life, and thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Good job.
Thank
you. You're very welcome. Let me introduce to you the assistant principal at Heritage High School, Lynn Mimius.
Good morning, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to be here to represent Kirsten. I feel like I'm representing her, not the other way around. She is truly the student that we at Heritage hope we have. We have what we call legacy. Legacy represents many different facets of our school, and I would say Kirsten definitely embodies all of those different areas and lives up to them. She is involved in so many areas. It's great to see her out there with our engineering program. She may be little, but don't let that fool you. She runs a tight ship out there with her group. She is also our valedictorian, I believe. Yes. And that is an accomplishment that we find amazing, that she's able to be involved in so many programs that take up so much time outside of the regular school hours, as well as all her family and community commitments, and still maintain the high standard of academics that we hold dear to our students. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kirsten.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today with my mom and dad to my left, and Miss Minius, and my guest teacher, Mrs. McPherson. And being Student of the Month typically means that we've gone through experiences that have usually taught us something of value. And from what I've learned throughout my 4 years of high school is that you can only just try your best, and that's all anyone can ask of you. And it probably doesn't mean much coming from like a Student of the Month to maybe other students, because they think it comes easy. We're just born with it, I guess. But in the end, we're just like any other student. I'm sure all the other Student of the Months can relate, because we stay up every night doing homework. We are just as stressed as every other student. And I see you guys smiling out there because it's true. And so my sophomore year is when I decided to join robotics, and I think that's when I finally found my niche, and it's where I felt like I belonged. And it was more of a whim. I just kind of waltzed in saying, I guess I'm a nerd now, and I am. So it became a little bit harder to balance high school with robotics being sort of rigorous, since we stay after school a lot. And junior year kicked in, and I started taking more AP classes, and it became even more difficult, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to balance all this? And that's when I realized I can't be perfect, and I can't balance everything. I'm going to fail at times, and that's okay, because if you just give 100%, that's all anyone can ask of you, and there's no reason to be upset, because you could always just try again. And it'll only get harder in college, and I know to expect even more rigorous work, but I can always try again. And that's something encouraging to take with me to college. And yeah, so with that, I would like to thank the sponsors that are here today for putting on this event and showering us with gifts. And I would also like to thank my mom and dad for showing me how much hard work pays off, and Mrs. McPherson for always supporting me, and Miss Minius for being an awesome assistant principal. And thank you. And with that, my dad will speak.
Me first.
Oh, Miss Mack will speak. I'm sorry.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. McPherson. I'm the robotics advisor and the chemistry teacher at Heritage High School. I got to experience Kirsten her sophomore year when she joined robotics as the robotics advisor. Her first year she was pretty timid, didn't really push forth a whole lot. She kind of did everything that was expected of her from her teammates, and as the year progressed she decided to take charge a little bit more. Her junior year she became a team captain, and her team wasn't necessarily always there for her, but nonetheless Kirsten persevered and she took her team through competitions and they did very well and they got to advance. And she was also our vice president her junior year and pretty much my go-to gal. As a senior this year, our competitions changed and we were responsible for providing many volunteers in order to run competitions. And many of those roles were supposed to be 18 and older adult roles. However, unfortunately, we did not have a whole lot of adult roles or adults to fill those roles. So Kirsten took on quite a few of those for me, and I would say at robotics, okay guys, I need somebody to do this. I got that. Okay, but I need somebody else to take on that. Oh, I'll take care of that, Miss Mack. I can do that. I'm not so sure that as a teacher I've ever experienced a failure from Kirsten. So I know that she may feel that she may not have always done her best or she may not have been successful at something, but it's never evident in her face, in her appearance, or in her demeanor. She's always showing you her best, and she's always got that smile, well, except for when it's her focused face. It is truly an honor to have Kirsten in my class for AP Chemistry, and although she'll tell me that I'm Miss Mack today, it's very delightful when I hear her walk down the hall. Hi, Mom. Have a good day, Mom. Kirsten is known as my selfie star. If I leave my cell phone anywhere where she can find it, I am guaranteed to have some photos of her, of me, of anybody in my classroom, of my sandwich, of her pretending to drink my drink, and it doesn't really much matter. There's a note on the board, please don't look at your phone, Mom. Last year it was when she was in my AP Chemistry class, my delight of the day was I would come into my room to find top 10 reasons to live in the STEM building. Top 10 reasons Miss Mack should be our mom. Top 10 reasons why AP Chemistry is the best class ever. It didn't ever matter. If I was having a bad day, I was guaranteed to know that Kirsten would leave me a note on my board that would definitely make me smile. I will definitely miss you. Good luck. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. I'm Kirsten's mom, and I'm going to speak on behalf of her dad and I. First of all, I'd like to thank you all, all the sponsors for recognizing our students, and it really does mean a lot to them, and it gives them the encouragement to strive for whatever they dream of. And I always taught my daughter from the beginning just to do her best. And she did learn hard work does pay off. She learned that from her father and I. I'm just excited for what the future holds for her, and I want to say thank you so much to Miss McPherson. She doesn't know how much she's impacted Kirsten's life, and she's like a second mom to my daughter. She's mentored her, and she's got her started on the road that she's on, and Kirsten's always going to remember her. And thank you to Heritage High School for challenging our students. My daughter has really blossomed ever since starting her freshman year at Heritage High School. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. We certainly have some amazing students. I would like to introduce Jasmine Lucas as assistant principal. Jasper? Sorry, that's Paris High School. Small detail.
Just want to come closer. Mom's coming. Oh, Mom's coming. You guys want to come closer? Nice job.
Good morning. It's my pleasure this morning to talk a little bit about this wonderful young lady on my left, Miss Bernice Rios. She is a fabulous student at Paris High School. On paper, what I can tell you about her is that she's in the top 12% of her class. She's an avid student, and she has over a 3.5 GPA and has taken classes such as AP English Language, AP US History, AP English Literature, and AP Calculus. She's every teacher's dream student, and she's an example of Paris High School's core value, direction, from the D in Panther Pride. Bernice has always been a lifelong learner. She told me that when she was younger, she was watching something on TV and she saw this polar bear living on ice and the ice was melting. And for me, I probably would have just said, oh, that's sad, and moved on. But for Bernice, she turned that into her passion. She wants to save our planet, and this young lady is going to be doing that in her future. I asked her, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? She said, you know, I'm going to be done with my bachelor's degree from Cal State San Marcos, studying environmental studies. And in 10 years, I plan on pursuing my doctorate in the same field. And there is no one more deserving of this award than Bernice Rios for April Student of the Month at Paris High School.
Hello, I'm Bernice Rios, and I came here with my mom, my dad, my sisters, and my teacher who nominated me, Mr. Salcedo, and Ms. Lucas. And without them, I honestly would not be standing here receiving Student of the Month, and for that I am beyond grateful. And I go to Paris High, as you guys know, and with that being said, Paris High gets a lot of bad rep and a lot of criticism, but what a lot of people do not realize is that Paris High and Paris in general has one of the most caring and humble people I have ever met, and they inspire me to be the person I am today. I strongly believe that everyone's situation is different, and because of that, we shall look at each other with compassion and be understanding of everyone's perspective. And I will continue to do that in San Marcos, where I will major in environmental studies, and I will strive to help the environment and make it a more suitable place for everyone and every person and every animal to live in, and for future generations to come. I will not be here without my caring mom, my hardworking dad, and my sisters who guide me to be the person I am today. And thank you, Mr. Salcedo, for seeing my potential and recognizing my achievements, and thank you all for hearing me speak today. Also, thank you all to the sponsors who made this event possible.
Can we hear a little bit about where you want to go to school and some of those good things? We'll get back to our other details in a second.
Well, I want to go to Cal State San Marcos and major in environmental studies.
Good morning, everybody. I'm a product of Paris. My parents have been in Paris since 1962, and I'm gonna raise this up. I gotta get myself comfy. All right. So we've been in Paris for a long time. I remember this building we're at here was filled. All this right in front of us were filled. And growing up in Paris, it was tough. It was tough. And I became a teacher. And when I became a teacher, I always try to do my best for Paris. I try to motivate students to do their best, to get, to get themselves out of whatever they're going through and to get them to the next level of success. And I think I've done a fine job. I've been with her for 20 years. And I see Mrs. Rios in my class, Bernice Rios, and I teach government, and we had a lot of fun with government, if you guys can understand politics. I also teach economics and history, but I have those classes too. But we were talking about government, and I seen her, and we were just talking, and in class she just gives me these, asks me these questions, very inquisitive, and I'm like, this girl has so much potential, and it inspires me as a teacher to want to teach and do more for my community, because I see this young girl and I know she's capable. And we talked after class, and I asked her, what are you going to do? Because I like to know my students personally. I want to know what they're doing. They're just not numbers. They're just not, I take my job serious like that. And I see that Rios has a lot of potential, and we talked, and I asked her what school. I'm nosy. I want to know what's going on. What are you doing with your life? And we talked, and I think that's what teachers, that's what educators, that's what principals, that's what we all do. We want these kids to be successful. I don't judge a kid on their background, economics, culture, stuff like that. I judge a kid by their character, like Dr. King says. And I think that's what we need to do as a society. And I see Rios, and I see her family, and I'm just so proud to be up here, because she's one of the best we have at Paris High School. And she will be successful. My standards are high in school, and she met those standards, and I'm just very proud. And like I said, I represent Paris, she represents Paris High School, and that's all I gotta say. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm so proud to have a family like that. I'm not good at that. I tried my hard, but still, I need to do more. But I appreciate you guys here today, and thanks. Berenice, all my 2 daughters here. I miss my son. He's Irvine. All my 4 kids come out from the Paris High School, and I appreciate the teachers over there, and we do here really good job for everybody. I'm happy to see that how going through, and I work every day. I don't see my kids for maybe a couple of hours every day, because I leave in the morning, 4 in the morning, and they come back like 5:30. And my daughter asked me, "What you gonna write down?" So what I say, no, I gonna say what I have in my heart, and I appreciate it, and thanks for everything. And I hope my daughter can go through like her dream. Thank you very much. That's my wife.
And I'd like to reintroduce Ms. Sally Myers back on stage. Thank you.
I did forget to tell you all to save a little dry corner of your napkin, because at times we need it for those tears of joy, right, Grandma? Yeah. Because we do like to laugh with you, and we do share those tears of joy with you, and I was constantly going like this. So I just want to say thank you for sharing. It's not easy to come into a room with a lot of people that you don't know and share your life. Sometimes it's hard to even share your life with those people that you're closest to, but we seem to do that here at Student of the Month, and I think that's part of the character and culture of our company, not of our company, but of our program, is that we do want you to know that you have the freedom to share, and hopefully you felt real comfortable in that today. I like to take a few minutes and just share a little bit about some of the notes that I've taken on each of you. So I'm going to ask you to stand. So Sampan, if you want to stand for me. And I just am thankful for your smile, and you are a very gracious young lady. And some of the words that I wrote down about you is that although that maybe you've had some challenges in the past with education or whatever you've had some challenges with, it certainly doesn't appear that to us, because as they said, you have a cheerful heart, you're strong, and you're compassionate and passionate, and that you are joyful, and that I tend to, from what I gather of you, that you seem to be very discerning of others' needs around you, and you want to reach out to others and come alongside them and put a smile on their face. And I see you going, yes, that's me. And the fact that you want to be a teacher aide, I think you're going to be more than a teacher's aide. I think you're going to be a teacher. And I think you're a teacher right now with the passion that you have in your life and how others come around you. So I'm very excited. Don't you think it's going to be more than Teacher Day? I think so too. Yes, so congratulations to you. And our folks back there at MSJC, aren't you excited that she's going to come to your school? Yes, that is so exciting. Yes, very good. I'd now like to call forward, or not actually call forward, but have you stand Miss Suzette, or Jocelyn. I'm calling you Jocelyn Suzette. So I've been watching you this morning and your mom, and you are very intent. You are really paying attention, and I can just see that you're watching everything around you. It's like you're taking this all in, and you are too, Mom. You're just loving this, and I'm so excited about that. And I mean, you can come help us out. You could be a volunteer. And Jocelyn, when it said that you are like a blooming rose, I'm thinking, wow, that's impactful. And you know why I say that? I have 500 rose bushes on my property. And after they were pruned, they're getting ready to bloom on my property right now. And they are bloomin' roses. And so when you're described as a bloomin' rose, I'm thinking, wow. And all those petals and what they mean and the vibrance and the life that you have in that's very exciting. And to think that you want to be an ER nurse, that's a big accomplishment. And I know that you're going to be very successful at that and have passion for the people around you. And you may be shy, but you really don't come off that way. I think you probably have a lot more confidence than what you're giving yourself credit for. Okay, so I think you are very confident. And I like the fact that you jumped in at school and got involved with ASB, and you were able to work with your teachers and those that love, seeing the kids come alive, right? And that is so exciting. And look at how you've grown. It's that blossom, right? And so you definitely have a positive effect on others. So congratulations to you. And I'm trying to remember because I didn't write it down. Did you say where you wanted to go to school?
For my junior college, I want to go to
Mount San Jacinto. Okay, another MSJC here. I meant to write that down. Okay. Kirsten, you are another adorable young lady, and I'm so excited about your engineering and robotics, and I'm learning a lot more about that. So many more students are getting into that field today, and that's really quite something. And several times you talked about trying your best and giving it your all and doing 100%, and you mentioned balance. We're all still trying to figure that out, I mean, we don't have to walk down the street like this, and sometimes I kind of go like this, and it reminds me, oh my gosh, maybe I'm getting too far on one side and I need to pull back a little bit the other way, but the fact that you are thinking about all those things at this age, you are going to be a great leader and motivator to others around you. And again, you just always talked about always being able to try again, even if you fail. And John Maxwell, who we're going to hear from in a little bit, talks about failing forward. So it is okay if maybe you don't get it exactly the way you planned, but you have that goal, you're striving for something, and then you do what you said, you try again. You don't let the fact that maybe you didn't reach that goal the very first time, but you do try, and you will reach it, and you will go beyond it. And I love that smile and that you're the go-to gal. So congratulations to you. And I didn't ask you where you're going to school.
I'll be going to UC
UC
Irvine.
Irvine. Okay, that's a great place to be. So, and what do you plan to study? The engineering and computer science. Okay, well, congratulations to you. And Vernice, you are one precious young lady. I look at you and I think that you're very graceful. I think of you as being a mild-mannered young lady with some very sweet presence about you, that you love to learn, and that you seem to be very compassionate and caring and discerning of others' needs around you and really paying attention to those around you. And I want to go to San Marcos University, which is another very, very good school. And then I love the fact that you're inquisitive and inspiring, and some of the words I wrote about you was that you are determined, so that is outstanding as well. And so I know that you're going to be a great leader, and I love your family, that you're all here, and your father and what he had to say, very appreciative, and I can see that family bond, and because of that I know that you all are going to be very successful. Thank you. Congratulations. I like to start to wind down our program with a word, and the word today is abundance. And I was listening to each of you, and I think that you all definitely represent this word. And John Maxwell is a pastor, an author, and a motivational speaker. We use his materials in training our management people. And my husband and I wake up every morning with his word on our phone. So we're going to listen to the word abundance from John Maxwell.
I have a friend who shared with me that the word abundance really has the context of the ocean and the waves that come in on the beach. If you've ever walked along the beach and you watch the waves come in, you never ask yourself or think to yourself, wow, I wonder if there'll be a day when there are no more waves in the ocean. The waves always keep coming. And an abundance mindset basically believes that there's more than enough versus a scarcity mindset that believes there's never enough. But when a person has an abundance mindset, with that comes a sense of generosity. You see, if I believe there's more than enough, I'll be glad to share with you. With that abundance mindset comes a real value of giving to others. And so I would encourage you today to ask yourself as you look at life, do you think that there's more than enough? Here's what I know. Those who have a scarcity mindset and think there's not enough, they're very seldom are they generous, very seldom do they give, and guess what? They're right, they do run out. But those who believe in abundance and believe there's more than enough, they become a river, not a reservoir, and as they give, they have more to give.
I believe that with all of my heart. It's kind of like, is the glass half empty or is it half full? And I believe that all of you have an abundant mindset. You have given of yourselves to others around you, whether it be your family, other students, things in the community. And that is what is really going to make our nation strong, are by those people that give of themselves, of their heart, and want to come alongside others and make life better for others. Because life is not a cakewalk, and we are responsible. Things aren't handed to us on a silver platter. We need to earn them and work for them. And as you earn and work for those things, then out of that abundance we give to others. And that's what all of our sponsors do in this program too. They work very hard. They could keep it all for themselves, but they want to give it away. And they want to share that with folks like you. So I want to thank all of you for coming today. I do want to say one thing. It's really more than one thing. But we have a great video crew from Paloma Valley High School. So Randy Hughes, if you want to walk out here, he is our video guru. He's in charge of all these wonderful students. Yes, yes, yes. I love that smile of Mr. Randy. And we have Lauren Garcia, who's our director. Lauren, raise your hand back over here. And Brandon Barnes, our video mixer, back here as well. And Yesenia Mungia, who does audio, all back in the corner. And the camera folks, Jasmine Zavala. Where is Miss Jasmine? Okay, there we are. And Aaron Daniel at the camera. Raise your hand, Aaron. Okay, there you are. and Stephen De Los Rios on camera. All right. So they get out of school. They get to come here. This is a school project, and they help Mr. Hughes edit, and it will be aired on Time Warner Cable Television. And each of you will receive a copy as well for today. So complimentary copy, compliments of the school district, and so we just appreciate you very much. So with that, we're going to conclude our program. As you start to walk out, we're going to grab your bags. Lori and Sarah are going to make sure you get your bags. We're going to go right out front. We're going to take a picture with all the students, and our city council members and members of the Chamber of Commerce will be in that picture as well. So may God richly bless you, and remember, Easter is on its way. Thank you.